Hey everyone. You know, a couple weeks ago, if not for the past few months, one of the things I've said most of all about what's going on with the Sonic comics and stuff is, Archie Comics is, one of the things I've pointed out and I've talked about is Archie Comics has got to find a way to really make up for the delinquency in deliveries. In other words, they need to catch up. They need to make up for delinquency, basically the uh, delay in the subscriptions of not just the Sonic comics, but of the overall comics in general. And apparently, it looks like they're going to do that, according to a report that I think that the TSSZ News put out, and SatAMSonic.com I think put out, as well as several other comic book related sites, is 282. That's right, 282 and 283 are going to be released next month, or this month. According to what they said, within the next week or two, subscription and newsstand wise, we should be getting 282. I'm not saying that's a fact, I gotta look it up again, but apparently it sounds like they're trying to make up for the fact that they screwed up, essentially. So I said basically one of the things, and obviously I'm not saying they heard me. I'm not saying they probably said, you know what, this guy's got a point. I'm not taking any credit, but I'm thinking they had to hear not just me, but everybody else say they need to do something. And obviously they are doing something because this month you're going to get not one but two issues. Now, like I said, I don't know if 282 is part of that, either at the beginning or the end, but it's happening. 282 and 283 look like they're on track. So it looks like, from my standpoint, from what I can tell, is they're doing this so they could catch up and be done with, basically they want to catch up in time to where it's not August and it's not near Christmas where they finish this thing off. They want to end this as soon as possible. So it sounds like to me what they're planning to do, if 283 comes out at the end of this month, is to have 284 come out next month, and then have 85 in August, 86 in September, and 87 in October, which I guess would make sense. Now, unless they plan to do the two-issue route again in July, then I can understand maybe trying to get Panic in the Sky. Now I can understand trying to get Panic in the Sky out as soon as possible on its schedule, because when you think about it, originally Panic in the Sky was supposed to be a summer event. When one thinks about it, it was supposed to happen in the summer, and it never did. Well, it is, but not the way they wanted. Originally, it was supposed to begin around this time frame, around this month, and then go from June, July, August, and into September, but it never happened that way because of delay. Because of a delay, now they're not going to come out and probably say what that delay was. They'll say, it's a printing problem and all that, but they won't say it. They won't say, oh, it was a printing problem. They'll just say that it was a delay or something. Again, if it's a delay because of printing, if it's a delay because they moved, I can't really say. But what I can say that if this is happening, if 282 and 83 are coming out this month, then they're either going to go individual issues starting with July, which would get them done by October into November, or if they're doing issues to a month like this month, then I could see 84 and 284 and 285 next month, 286 and 287 in August. I could see that. That way they make their deadline. I could see that, but I'm not really too sure. Hold on for a sec. Like I said, I'm not too overly sure about it. Okay, here's this is from Ian Flynn. This is off Ian Flynn's own Twitter account. If I can read it. Okay, this is from his Twitter account. He says, oh, this is Archie Comics Twitter account on Ian Flynn's. It says, at Sonic Hedgehog speeds ahead in June. June 8th, which is next week, 282, which would mean for us subscribers, we'll probably get that around this week. Or next week anyway. And then on June 29th, 283. Now, and in between Sonic Universe 86 on June 15th. So if you are invested in the story, which I know a lot are, June 8th and June 29th, the main comics issues of 282 and 283 will be released. Now, if you're also reading the Universe comic to try to connect everything together, issue, I think what it said, 86 will be released on the 15th. That's pretty cool to know that's happening. That's pretty cool to know that that's happening. But here's what raises the question. Are they going to do 2 issues a month from now on until Panic in the Sky is done? Now, if they want to meet their deadline, I would assume they are. I would assume that's what they're going to do. They're going to want to meet their deadline and do that. But we'll have to wait and see, because I have seen some solicits that indicate they are going to try to get it out at least or get out the entire arc at least by October. Now, if they do, like I said, go with the whole 2 issue a month deal in July as well, then expect to probably see 84 and 85. Then, as well as probably expect to see for August 86 and 87, possibly. Because when you think about it, 283 at the end of June kind of coincides with July, so that'd probably be a little too soon. So I would assume that this month is going to be the only exception, because they want to try to get Panic in the Sky out as soon as possible. Because, like I said, when you think about it, originally, had things not happened the way they did, Panic in the Sky was going to start this month, or this time frame, and it would have ended by at least September. Now, with that said, they probably had other stories planned out, but the question is, they had to delay those plans because of the delay, or whatever the hell happened. So my thing is, June, it seems that this month is going to be the exception. It's like they said, you know what? We wanted to get this done by September. It's not going to happen, so let's try to get it done at least by October. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to get it done by October. Which I guess kind of works out in a sense. But still, it's like, you couldn't get this, but still, it's like you don't really know what could happen next. I mean, the solicits say that 85 is supposed to come around September. Now, that might all change. They might change it up and say, okay, 85 is going to come out around July. You know, at the end, they might go the direction they're going to go with this, but again, it might be a little too soon, because 283 is going to be on the 29th, the schedule for June 29th. It might be a little too soon, especially when you got the 4th of July holiday and everything. So I would assume that July might be the exception. Now, we cannot say about the rest. Now, August might be different, but I don't think so, because if they did it for August, it would be 85 and 86. I would assume that if they do another 2 issue a month deal, it's going to be towards the end of the Panic in the Sky saga. That's when I assume they might do it. Hear me out. If they do it, it'll be around September, so they can get it finished on time. They can meet the deadline, the original deadline, even though they've had to do 2 issues a month. That could happen, not saying it will. Because right now, the projected time frame for it is going to be July, August, September, and October. You're looking at basically the last 2 months of summer in the first 2 months of fall as being the starting and ending point of this whole 2.5 year saga that we have been sitting through and reading about since the soft retcon and reboot began. So we'll just have to wait and see, but overall, it is true, 283 and 282 are coming this month. 282, according to Archie Comics' Twitter page, is scheduled for a week from today. So a lot of us subscribers could probably expect to get it probably by the end of this week into next week, maybe in between. And we can also expect 83 to come around June 29th, and somewhere before then and around then and a little after then as well. So that's what's happening. Let me know what you guys think about this special, about this well, it looks like a one-time 2-issue a month deal by Archie Comics. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I am out.